Yeah.
Dan, this is something you don't have to, if it's too much information, you don't have to talk about it. But Mr. Diaz said, anyone else here that THP and Randy Newberg were being paid by state game agencies to promote public hunting?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
But that's not for me to say.
Yeah.
I don't even know, but I
Yeah.
can say that I wouldn't doubt it if they're getting paid to do that or being paid to hunt a state or something. I don't see anything wrong with that. I know that probably offends some people, but that's no different than buying an ad or something like that. They want to promote something. There's other states that kind of don't want you to come around, you know. Some places do want well-known hunters to go there. Some places don't. I know, like when I went to PA, I mean, they were really friendly. They're really happy to have us there, but we had to pay a huge amount to hunt there. You had to buy a license in order to film your hunts. There's a lot of states that charge you. Like if I want to go film there and put a video up for you guys to enjoy,
Yeah.
They'll charge me a filming fee.
Mm-hmm.
And some states won't even let you film. Now, Missouri was one of those. They wouldn't let me film on Missouri public land. You couldn't film your hunts. And I know somebody from the state game agency was trying to get me to go down there and hunt. And I told him, I can't film there. And he says, that doesn't sound right. He goes, let me look it up. And he got back to me and he said he could get it okayed, but I never went down there. But it sounded like they're going to try and change that law because guys like me won't go there because it wouldn't allow you to film. I mean, I don't know if they'd actually go through the whole thing of pressing charges against you, but if it's against the law, it's against the law.
Yeah.
So, I mean, some places want you, some places don't. Some places will pay you to promote the hunting there. I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm sure there's some people that, especially like residents, that'll get mad because they're promoting people to come there. But it actually helps the hunting. More hunters that are attracted to an area, the more money they got to manage the area, the more money they got to buy public property, things like that. So
Right.
they're investing in the area. But I don't know if they're getting paid or they're not, or if they'd accept it, they wouldn't. That's not my business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they may, I could see like paying someone like that to run an ad for you, like do a commercial for you or something about come hunt. Because you see those like Pure Michigan, or I mean, that's a bad example, but you see advertisements for states sometimes, like especially Western states. I'll see advertisements for like their public land or come enjoy our whatever park or whatever. And I could see them doing that, but it's a very interesting. Go ahead.
I would.
You said
if they offered to pay me to go hunt some state like Virginia or something, I'd take the money. I mean, why not? And go hunt it, or I probably wouldn't say nothing about it because I think it just caused turmoil. But as of now, nobody's ever offered me money to come hunt their state. They asked me to. I've had states reach out and ask me if I'd like to come out there and hunt, like somebody from the agency or whatever. But I've never had them offer me money.
Yeah, there's a very interesting dynamic going on in the hunting world right now with Steve Ranella and his brother Matt Ranella. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you ever heard of this, Dan, but Matt started a Instagram page called Hunt Quietly, and man, he is like very against companies like his brothers, like Meat Eater, and Hunting Public. He's mentioned their name before, kind of promoting all these hunting opportunities for people, and he's essentially saying, it's ruining hunting for him, and it's just interesting, I guess, to think about like those two perspectives.
I got a lot of hate, and I'm sure you remember this, about going to Fort McCoy.
Yep.
Because we mentioned Fort McCoy. And what was funny is like, you named my spot, and it's like, yeah, I often say I hunt in southeastern Wisconsin. There's as much public land in 3 counties where I hunt in southeastern Wisconsin as there is in Fort McCoy. It's huge. It's the size of 3 counties worth of public land. It's not the size of 3 counties, but when you take all the public land out of 3 counties, it is. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
people get up in the air about things, but I think anytime you're promoting hunting, you're getting people involved in hunting, you're making people like hunting. I mean, I believe that what me and you are doing, and it's actually my goal, so I hope what we're doing is getting more people involved in hunting, getting more people. And if you make people better at public land hunting, if you make it so that they can actually kill stuff, they'll stay in hunting longer, and they'll get their kids into it. And I think people who hunt are better people.
Yeah.
I really believe that. And I think it gets you closer to God. It gets you closer to nature. It just makes you a better person all around. And I don't think there's anything wrong with promoting hunting or promoting, I think too, all these guys that are getting into filming and stuff, it might be annoying a little bit if you're trying to, hunt or whatever. But all those people are doing that because it's fun. It's getting them into hunting. It's keeping them out of drugs. It's keeping them out of
Bars and
bars. It's keeping them, from womanizing. A guy's got to have something to do. It's in our nature. And I know with me, when I was young, drugs were rampant. Everybody was smoking drugs or doing drugs, and cocaine was coming up and stuff. And it was like all the kids when I was in school in the 80s were doing that. It was when heavy metal came around. It was when that was really big. And it was just a real rough crowd. And what saved me and kept me out of all that stuff is I just disappeared in the woods and went hunting. And I truly believe that's what kept me from falling for that stuff, because, young people are vulnerable to that kind of stuff. Hunting is a pure thing. And I think us promoting it is great. I think Steve Rinella promoting it is great. And I think there's some people that just think about themselves, and it's like, now my hunting's crowded. So what? It's crowded for everybody else too. Rise above and show how you can do it in that crowded woods amongst everybody else, or go buy your own farm.
Yeah. Is actually, it's kind of sad, like those, because I remember those two like hunting together on those shows, and I always enjoyed seeing like that brother thing that they had, that they're really, it was just very, make very good episodes, and it was neat. But I don't think that's going to happen anymore.
I can't speak for Steve Rinella, but as you grow as a person, and you're probably going to see this too, you start having success, you start seeing people around you that you really like, that you look up to and stuff, all of a sudden having a chip on their shoulder towards you.
Yeah.
Kind of like they're jealous of your success, and it's sad because, you like the people and stuff, and then you kind of got to separate from them,
Yeah.
It's just part of it.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, kind of a hard question, but like, do you think, let's say from the beginning of time, that it was not legal to film or create hunting content, thing just had to go natural? You think hunting would be better now than it is because of all the media? Like, you think we'd have better hunting and more hunters
if we didn't film it,
if it was illegal? Like, if this never ever happened, like if Barry Wenzel and Gene Wenzel never created those videos because it was illegal, and the juries never started in the 80s, and all that stuff just never happened. Do you think hunting would be better right now than it is now?
No, I don't. I think it'd be worse.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'd even have hunting if the anti-hunters wouldn't have beat us by now.
Yeah,
I think that the promotion is really, big part of it. I mean, I remember just how exciting it was to get an Outdoor Life magazine when I was a kid,
Yeah.
and look through the one deer hunting article, because that's all we had.
Yeah.
Or when I was a kid, hunting TV, and even the very first videos they had out, they wouldn't show the kill shots. They'd black the screen out. And then along came the Fitzgeralds and a few other of them, like Fitzgerald's, Bob Folkrod, a bunch of those guys came along, and Wenzel's. Yeah. And they started putting out videos, and they showed kills. And I remember, for me, some of the early Fitzgerald videos, like Passing Through, where they showed the arrows going through the deer in slow motion. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that," because we'd never seen anything like that.
Right.
And it was crazy. And that really did get people involved in hunting, and it made your friends who would watch that and they'd want to get involved. And, what do I got to do? How do I get a bow? How do I set it up? That kind of stuff, and whether you want to believe it or not, what we're doing is bringing people into hunting. Some people like that. Some people don't. I like it. I think the more people get in hunting, the more we bring this country together,
Yeah. Yeah. Those are all good points. I mean, I honestly think about that a lot. Like, just hunting in general in the hunting community. It's like, I wonder how close we are from like one bad thing happening to be all being gone. I don't know. So the more people that are involved, the better.
More good
the
people.
the more quality people, the better.
Right.
Hey everybody, if you like the channel, make sure you subscribe right here. And if you like the clips, I got 2 more options for you. 2 options right here. Subscribe right here. See you guys.